Hi everybody, it's the Junk You Should Know show, and I am live in Santa Ana, California, and I'm hiding out in the corner because I thought they'd be back and started session, and they're just getting back, so it's super loud. So when you come on, let me know if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, give me a hearts. Again, I'm Dr. Heather with Well Fit and Fed, and this is the Junk You Should Know show. Today, I found a couple really fun vendors to share with you, and that's what I told you I was going to share. Always at these chiropractic conferences is the newest and the latest and greatest of products and supplements and technical equipment and all sorts of fun things, and there are a couple gems for you guys, which I'm looking forward to sharing. And it looks like they're kind of getting back, but I'm gonna stall a little bit. Hi, whoever just joined. I'm gonna stall a little bit and talk about Dr. Josh Axe, who we just finished hearing today. He was amazing, as always. This is the second or third time that I've heard him speak. And if you're not familiar with him, go to his website. I will tell you, every time I write a professional article for a publication, I always go to his website and pull resources and data on all the many subjects he has written on in health and fitness. And so he is a wonderful resource. He also happens to be a chiropractor. He does practice chiropractic, but he also practices ancient medicine, a lot to do with essential oils. So he's incredible. So a couple tidbits from him today that I thought were interesting is, first of all, you know, I'm kind of a late adopter in general, and I was a little late to the game on the whole concept of golden milk. And if you do not know what that is, it is a hot drink that became very hip last year, and in fact, in some of the health trends of 2018, it's right at the top, and it is turmeric and fat heated up. And the concept is, the idea is you blend it, kind of like a bulletproof coffee. You're going to blend it with turmeric, maybe some coconut milk, coconut oil, cinnamon, maybe some ginger in there. And I certainly understand the benefits of turmeric, but what I didn't know is that turmeric absorbs way better when it is mixed with other bitter herbs like black pepper, like ginger. Now what it does is, when combined with the turmeric, it allows the turmeric to get into the bloodstream more easily, and so bitter herbs like pepper and ginger open up the blood vessels and allow that turmeric to be absorbed better. And also, he said probably one of the hippest things of 2018 is going to be turmeric essential oil that you rub on your body, and it is absorbed quite well that way because it's fat soluble, I think is what he was saying, something along those lines. Maybe not fat soluble, but it absorbs well through skin. And so he suggested getting your turmeric essential oil. I don't know that I've ever seen one, and using it topically for all the many antioxidant benefits of turmeric. How's my Steadicam doing? He also talked about ancient medicine a lot, simplifying your health through the 5 aspects of Chinese medicine, and, you know, considering instead of like what particular issue you have, figuring out whether it's a cause or a result of too much dampness, too much dryness, too much wind, or too much going on, or too little, stagnation. And it was a very cool talk. He was great. And so, like I say, he's actually got one of my favorite books he wrote, and it is a coil-bound guide to ancient herbs and essential oils, and you can get it on Amazon, and it's awesome. In fact, I'll put the link down below because it is really good. It is like a sort of a Bible of essential oils and herbs, and it's very lay friendly, so I encourage you to get that. So Josh was wonderful, and now I think we're clear enough to start walking over there. Let me see if I think I got, the other thing he talked about was, I have a thyroid condition, so of course my ears always perk up when anyone starts talking about thyroid. And so when he started talking about that and said ashwagandha, an herb, is one of the best thyroid regulators there is, that was really cool. I'm just it's still pretty noisy over there. That was really cool because he said they did a study where they took people with too high thyroid and people with too low thyroid and gave them both ashwagandha, and both patient groups benefited. So it's a regulator more than it's going to push you one way or the other. And I love that about the natural and ancient herbs, is that it knows what the body needs. It just helps facilitate it instead of trying to think it knows better than the body like a pharmaceutical does. So I thought that was interesting. That's ashwagandha. Let's see where we're at. Okay, here we go. We're going to Dry Farm Wines. Are you guys busy? Hi.
Of course not.
Hi, this is Ramsey.
Yes.
I'm doing a live, Ramsey.
Oh, awesome.
This is can we go over here so we can see? Come right on over to this so I can show them your sign. Okay, guys, this was the treat I was going to tell you about. This is Ramsey, and
hi, everybody.
He's from Dry Farm Wines. I'm Well Fit and Fed, so these are all the Well Fit and Fed followers. And Ramsey is going to share the magic that is Dry Farm Wines. I'm going to let him tell you, but it's one of the coolest things on the market right now. So
thank you. Thank you so much.
Here we go.
So Dry Farm Wines is the largest buyer of natural wines in the world. Now, you might think that most wines are natural, but typically in the U.S., wines are a commercial shelf product. So they're filled with additives, colorings, dyes, sulfites, higher in alcohol and higher in sugar. So think of our wines as the opposite. It's a completely natural product from Europe, not from the U.S. It's made by hand, and it's lower in alcohol, and there's no sugar in the wine. So when you taste one of these wines, for instance, this is a red wine from Austria, right? When you taste one of these wines, you don't get that headache and hangover because it's just wine. It's just fermented grape juice. It's a probiotic, healthful product, and it's trying to kind of completely change the way that people normally drink wine and enjoy wine.
That's awesome. So tell me, of course, everyone's first question is, but how does it taste then? For people who are wine people.
It tastes unbelievable. So it tastes very fresh, the first thing you're going to realize. It's vibrant. It's kind of higher acid, and not so full and rich and deep, because a lot of that is artificial flavoring in wine.
Okay.
So wine isn't typically very heavy. Wine is a lighter, fresher. So you think of a nice rosé in the summer or even a red in the winter can still have that freshness to it.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
So it's going to taste, we have Pinot Noirs, we have Cabs, we have all of your grapes that you're used to, but they're just a whole new take on the grape.
Okay, awesome. That's fantastic. So where are you, where do you guys ship from, and tell me about your whole shipping deal and all of that?
We're based in Napa, California. Even though we don't source any wines from there, we have our warehouse in Napa because it's beautiful and it's a wonderful part of the country. So we ship out of California. We ship to almost every state in the U.S. except for a few, like Utah, where we're still working on licensing. But basically the way it works is you go online, order a box. We make a different selection for you of 6 or 12 wines, red, white, mix, whatever you want, and then we send it right to your door. And if you want to do a monthly or bi-monthly or quarterly program with us because you're a regular wine drinker, we do that too. But we just ship you wine that you want to drink.
Okay, that's awesome. So you're saying that whatever I order, I'm gonna get different bottles every time, so I'm trying all sorts of different wines.
Yes.
And you're saying they all come from Europe? Is that right?
There are a few from South Africa, but it's all going to be mainly from Europe.
Okay. Yeah. And you do that because the Europeans don't, pardon my French, bastardize their wines?
Yes. They have a tradition. They've been doing it for, the U.S. wine industry is very new. It's only about 100 years old, but European wine has been, made for thousands and thousands of years, and they just have a cleaner, better way of doing it. And plus, the EU has restrictions on what you can and can't put in wine that the U.S. doesn't have.
Okay.
Right?
That is super cool. Can we see some of the lineup that you've got here?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to turn you guys around. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, Heather. So, first of all, you'll take a look here. This is a 3-liter, so it's 4 different bottles of wine all into one. It's an Italian red Vino Rosso from the oldest biodynamic winery in Italy.
Very cool.
Now, if you come over here, we have a sparkling wine. This is a cava, so sparkling wine can still be sugar-free, right?
Okay.
We have a few Italians. This is a really cool Italian red wine.
Oh, very
Now,
cool.
notice that light color, right? So this is kind of what red wine can be if it's not laden with additives.
Yeah.
It's a very fresh and light. This
How
is a,
cool. Did
a
you guys see
rosé.
the top? Look at that.
Oh yeah, that little cap there. That's
awesome. That means that's the Europeans thinking, well, who's going to leave part of a bottle
Yeah,
of wine?
exactly. Just drink it all when you open
just
it.
drink it all.
Right. This is a rosé from Austria. You notice the screw cap too, so it's really great portable wine, so you can take it on the go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And one of my favorites actually right here is a Chilean wine. So it comes in a liter bottle, so it's a little bigger bottle, and it's got a very fresh taste that is expressive of the mineral terroir of Chile.
Okay, that's fantastic.
It's gorgeous. And if we come over here, I'll show you just one more. A sparkling rosé that we have. It's a beautiful package. It's cava, so from Spain.
Okay.
And it's very fresh and bright and absolutely delicious. So
okay, that's fantastic.
So many different wines to taste and try from Europe.
Oh,
and I really appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, yeah. Let me show you. I want to show because I was just catching this. Like, look at all the super cool people. Hyman, Sisson, Kresser, Osprey,
A few of these people never used to drink wine in general, and we managed to convince them that wine's worth it.
I love that, and I love that there is a sort of a monthly service that you can do.
Yeah.
And that's really great. Well, I definitely wanted to stop by. I wanted to make sure all of my followers.
Thank you so much.
Had a chance to see. Okay, guys, we're going to head over to one other vendor that I wanted to show you, and so stand by. Thank you. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, guys, we are. If I can get you turned around, sorry. Hi. We're going to oh good, she's nice and empty now. Okay, so Dry Farm Wines is really cool. I've been wanting to kind of get started with them, so I was really excited to see that they were here. So here is the place I wanted to talk to you about. And you see me give her the nod. And come on over here. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do the whole thing. Yes, okay. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about.
Can I do it in front of?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a close up of everything in just a second.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me a little bit about what we're gonna see here.
Sure. Well, first of all, don't me introduce.
Please.
I'm Catherine Arnston, and I'm the founder and CEO of ENERGYbits, also the chief scientific officer.
Awesome.
And I started the company almost 10 years ago as a result of my younger sister getting breast cancer and being told by her oncologist that she needed to change her diet to an alkaline diet because it would help her heal. They didn't tell her why, so she said, big sister, what is that? And I found out it's basically foods that have a lot of chlorophyll and phytonutrients, so basically a plant-based diet because it helps build your immune system. So she went through her chemo, she completely healed, 10 years later, still cancer-free. I went on to read about 20 books about plant-based diets, and I thought, oh my God, this is incredible. Somebody should tell the world about this. This is 10 years ago. Nobody was talking about plant-based nutrition. So fast forward, after multiple marketing attempts and research and supply chain, I was on Shark Tank last year. I won a national award from Entrepreneur Magazine.
So cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I am on podcasts every week. So my goal is to educate people about the power of algae because it's keto, it's vegan, it's paleo, it's plant-based, it's raw. It gives you all the nutrients that you need.
Fantastic.
There are two types, and I'm going to walk you through.
And first, guys, I'm going to say she said algae. I'm going to turn you around, and I'm going to let her show you the whole deal here. So here we go. I'm just going to show the booth here. And here we are. I came over here earlier and she gave me a whole great spiel. Hi. And it was fantastic. And this is the team. Go team. That's awesome. Okay, and so I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna just scan right in here so you guys can see everything, and I'm gonna let her explain. So go ahead.
All right. So this one is spirulina. Spirulina is a blue-green algae, which is why we packaged it in blue.
Okay.
It was the first plant life on Earth 4 billion years ago. Before that, Earth was just gas and water.
Okay.
And algae actually releases oxygen when it's growing. So 80% of the oxygen, or 90% on Earth, even today, comes from algae. So we can thank algae for keeping us alive.
Yay, algae.
So it's technically a bacteria, so because it has no cellulose wall and no nucleus. And the cool thing about spirulina is that it gives you energy mentally and physically, which is why we call it ENERGYbits.
Okay.
All naturally. It has 3 times the amount of protein as steak, 40 vitamins and minerals, all your B vitamins, iron, magnesium, potassium, and it satisfies your hunger because of the protein and the essential fatty acids. It has DHA, GLA, and omega-3.
Okay.
So if you're vegan and have a problem getting omega-3, this is the fantastic source.
Yeah, that's great.
So 30 is a single serving.
Show me these cool little tins too, because those are the best.
So we sell them in large bags.
Okay, and look at this, guys. This is super cool.
So here's a bag.
Comes in a bag.
And we sell them online at ENERGYbits.com.
ENERGYbits.com.
A bag is normally $120.
Okay.
But we're selling them at the show here for wholesale. And we usually have a 20% discount code that we can give you later on to get a discount code. If you don't, otherwise you can use our discount code BITS.
Okay.
And inside the bag, you get a little tin.
And these little tins are so
They are adorable. Everyone loves a tin. So the idea is you fill up your tin every day.
Okay.
And you always have a healthy, high protein, no sugar, no caffeine snack.
Okay, and so how many of these little guys are you taking at a time?
So, 30 is a single serving.
Oh, okay.
And that's about a single serving right there.
Okay, so that's about 30.
Yeah. So you can swallow them or chew them. Spirulina is very green.
Yeah, it's a little greenish
and very chewy, so people usually swallow that one. But we also sell them in single servings like this from practitioners' offices, and they're all pre-measured, so you don't have to fuss around with it.
Okay, and that's the other thing you were saying was that right now you're only selling in doctors' offices and the bigger bags online.
Correct.
Like anybody can buy, right?
And we're also going to yoga studios, CrossFit studios, smoothies, places where people are really seeking something healthy and where someone can spend some time to explain what algae is to them. We will eventually go to retail, but we're so tiny, sort of like algae.
But it's such a great product, and
thank you.
And we've got the energy one, and then we've got wellness. So we're going to look at that.
All right. So just so you can see the difference, spirulina, which is what we looked at before.
I see.
It's blue-green, and this is green. It's a little tough to see, but if you were to put them in a dish of water, that's the color that would come out of the blue-green algae. It's like the Aegean Sea, and that's what would come out of the green algae called chlorella. So we call our chlorella ENERGYbits because it helps you recover your health.
Okay.
This one has the highest protein in the world. This one has the highest chlorophyll in the world. Chlorophyll is very cleansing. It heals your cell walls. And it's also a fat-based pigment, and that's why it does that.
And speaking of the world, can you tell me a little bit about how you source this? Because I found that really interesting.
Yes. So most algae is grown in Asia. So it's Japan, China, Taiwan, and India. But they don't have the same quality control. Taiwan is world-renowned for having the highest quality control, and that's where we grow ours.
Okay.
The water comes from a mountain source, has nothing to do with Japan. And it's triple filtered, so it's the cleanest. And you know, whatever water you're using has a big impact on what you're growing, what you're eating or drinking. And algae absorbs whatever's in the water. So ours is, we're the only algae company endorsed by nutritionists and doctors because it is so pure. And we do all testing here in the U.S. at an FDA-approved lab. And I share those lab tests with the doctors and nutritionists, so they can see there is no chemicals, no pesticides. So ENERGYbits pulls out any toxins, whether it's mercury, lead, alcohol. You take this after you drink alcohol, you will never have a hangover. You're sober in an hour and a half. They use it after chemotherapy to pull out extra chemo. It pulls out radiation. After the Fukushima disaster, within 24 hours, the global supply of chlorella was sold out because everyone in Asia knows it's the only thing that pulls out radiation.
That makes sense. Well, that is awesome. This has been fantastic. So people can,
we try to make it easy for people. So the chlorella, which is green, makes your detox easy, and your general health and energy is what you get from this.
And so, if I'm an average Joe, I can go online. Are you on Amazon?
We are on Amazon.
So go to Amazon.com, and it's ENERGYbits is what you want to put in, and then you're going to get either the algae or the spirulina one, right? Or
spirulina is the blue-green.
That's what I mean.
Energy.
Exactly.
And chlorella is the recovery.
Spirulina or the chlorella, depending on what your need is. Or you said you had a bag that was a blend.
We do have a we don't have them here. It's called Vitality
That's
Bits.
Okay. I'm going to show you guys that one. And can you get that one online?
Yes, you can get that online.
Okay, so if you guys want a blend of both, it's this guy. Okay? And that, I think, would be what I would probably start with, just because then you're not having to deal with two bags. I think that's a great idea.
And I just mention that it's paleo,
Okay.
keto,
Awesome.
vegan,
Yeah,
raw,
keto, gluten-free.
gluten-free, sugar-free. Here's a list of all the nutrients, all just
That's great.
from one source. This is the original food source for the world. This was it.
And guys, I'll take a snapshot of that and post it in the comments below. But thank you so much
welcome,
for
you're welcome,
sharing
you're
all
welcome.
that. And
ENERGYbits.com.
Okay, and I'll put the link to the Amazon
Okay,
link, and so I'll get that to you guys. And thank you so much.
All
I
right,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Okay, I'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon. Okay, guys, that was fun. I actually am really excited about that product. It seems like it would be really great. It's funny here. Everyone makes a whole bunch of claims about their stuff, but I really think that product might be worth some further investigation, and I'll certainly follow up with you guys and talk about it more. And I think that's probably the vendors that we're going to do, but I do have a really big announcement I'm very excited about. I have decided to give away my book for free for 3 weeks. And so I'm going to put a link up above, and you can get my book, The 3-Day Reset, for free for just the next few weeks. So if you know anybody that might be interested in it or has been wanting to get it, just send them over to, I'll post links in a couple spots so that you can have access to it. And it's just a click and it'll be in your inbox. And so I am at CalJam. It's Dr. Heather with Well Fit and Fed. I'm so glad you guys watched today. And so we talked about Dr. Josh Axe and turmeric and ashwagandha and the different herbs, and then we also talked to Dry Farm Wines, and they're really awesome. And then we talked to ENERGYbits, the algae source, chlorella, and the other one, spirulina. Okay, have a great afternoon, everybody, and I will chat with you again soon. Okay, thanks for tuning into the Junk You Should Know show. We are on again next week, next Friday, and I can't remember